So I am here with Kaylee.
You are.
I am. Alright. Question 1. Tell me a bit about yourself, previous acting, Shakespeare, all that jazz.
Okay. Well, I went to Vancouver Film School for acting for film and television, so that's where I get my very, very expensive piece of paper that says I can act. As for like previous experience, apart from like high school play, I've done mainly just Shakespeare in the Park. This will be my 6th show since I moved here in 2018, which is very exciting.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been fun to get to know you over the course of many Shakespeares.
Oh, it's crazy to think how long it's been.
Yeah.
Yeah. Time flies.
Yeah, kind of crazy. So tell me about your character in the play and what your approach has been to bringing them to life and any challenges.
Yeah, Costard, well, he's a clown. And that's a major part of his personality is that he is a clown. He is an entertainer.
Yeah.
He's also, it's been hard trying to find is he just a complete idiot? Or does he know what's going on, but he just doesn't care?
Over there. Yeah.
Because there's a lot of times where he's very witty.
Mm-hmm.
He has a very good wit. So I'm still trying to figure out like where it falls, what is done by mistake, what is done by happenstance, and what is done like intentionally within the character. But you know, the more I play with it, the more I'm finding out the sort of things that he would do. And from what I can feel is that he's just kind of there. He's perfectly happy just being a clown. He doesn't take himself too seriously, and he really doesn't care what other people think about him. He's perfectly happy being just
He's very comfortable in his own shoes.
He's very comfortable in his own shoes.
Nice. Without too many spoilers, what are your character's main goals or motivations for the play?
Money. I do get some money, which sort of spurs me onwards. Mostly, my goals revolve around keeping myself out of jail and keeping certain individuals away from my girl.
Oh, okay. Nothing wrong with that. Alright, if your character had to pick a favorite food, what would it be?
Sorry, there's a gag involving bananas, so I'm not going to go with that because it's too obvious. So, food.
It can be real or fake, like something ridiculous. He can invent something.
Absolutely. You know, I feel like if he could, he would always have some sort of like bagged snack.
Yeah.
Like either like chips or peanuts, just something that he could have and just
munching,
always be munching on. Preferably something like crunchy that would just annoy the heck out of people.
Yeah.
But so like given the time period, it would probably be something like peanuts.
Yeah.
Just a bag of peanuts.
Yeah.
He would do that. Or like a turkey leg, something ridiculous.
Yeah. Nice. What's your favorite aspect so far of getting to know this character or playing this character?
Just like finding what's different about him than like the other characters I've played, and like also he has just a really heckin' cool hat. not to toot my own horn.
It is a pretty epic hat.
But like I have a lot of freedom with this character because he is a clown. That I can be very, very, very over the top. And it's just sort of I'm finding ways to give myself permission to be very, very over the top. With this crazy dude, which is very cool.
Yeah. You guys look like you were having a lot of fun yesterday.
Oh yeah.
That's where it should be, though, right? Exactly. Alright. If your character had to answer this question, how would they answer it? What is your character's idea of a perfect Sunday? Ice cream or day?
Ooh. Oh. Ice cream Sunday. An ice cream Sunday, so it would definitely be like the banana split, so we have to have
Yeah.
bananas. It would have different flavors of ice cream. So probably a vanilla, something like a maybe pistachio.
Ooh, fancy.
And then like probably a strawberry. And then it would definitely have chocolate, probably caramel, rainbow sprinkles. Absolutely, we need a lot of color in there. Peanuts.
Yeah.
Like peanuts and a lot of whipped cream.
Nice. So just pure chaos.
Oh, pure chaos, absolutely. I want it to look like a toddler went crazy.
Just threw it together.
Yep, yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
Mm.
And I know Don's been getting you guys to do a lot of research and stuff into your characters.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to delve into that a little bit for me?
Yeah, so I have been doing a bit of research about male impersonators within vaudeville.
Yep.
And just some of these women. I'm not entirely sure if that's the direction I want to go, so I'm going to be delving a bit more into the clown aspect, I think. Obviously, it's going to be a male impersonation because I am of the female flavor, and Costard is not. But like I'm attempting to learn how to juggle, and the character is a clown.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to do more research about the more traditional clown, and less like the clowns that we have today, which carry balloons and frighten small children.
Yep, that's fair. That's fair. And then since this is one of Shakespeare's lesser known plays, who is a character or icon from, say, popular media, movie that would be similar to your character or a perfect foil for your character?
Ooh, okay. You know what? This is going to sound really weird, but follow me here. I have been watching Star Trek Voyager.
Okay.
And for those of you who don't know, it's very good. Please watch it. There is a character in there named Neelix, and he's kind of got that vibe, just kind of very happy, very tries to make sure people are entertained and morale is up. And then he has a foil in the show who is Tuvok. And Tuvok is a Vulcan, so very strict, very stern, very logical. And they butt heads a lot because Neelix is very, emotionally driven. He's very, likes to experiment with things and just is a very happy guy. And Tuvok does not have emotions because he's a Vulcan.
Hey, there you go. That's perfect. We got both of them in one.
Yay! I did it!
And then also because of that, what do you hope audiences are going to take away from Love Labor's Lost? Or how do you think it's relevant to today's audience?
I think that is such a good question. Let me think. It's not something I do often, so this might hurt. Love Labor's Lost is very interesting with regards to all Shakespeare's other romances and comedies because it doesn't end with them getting married. Yeah. It is very happy, it's very joyful, it's very funny, and then all of a sudden it's over. Yeah. It ends on a very serious, solemn note. Yeah. For such a funny play, it just kind of stops. And I think it's really a good metaphor because everyone's expecting, this is a comedy, this is a romance, therefore it's the happy ending, it's lovely, and then it just doesn't. And it kind of leaves you a little bit in shock. And unfortunately, that's kind of like a life thing, just sometimes it doesn't work out. Yeah, even if everything's, pointing towards the happy ending, sometimes it doesn't. But it also has a very open ending because they all say there's potential. It's a year down the road. If everything goes well, we'll be back, and then we will. Yeah. So it has hope in it built into that ending, and it's also just a good way for people to write their own ending, so to speak. There's so much potential for more that people can do, and Shakespeare is public domain. Have fun, y'all.
Yeah, exactly. How do you want it to end?
Give me that fan fiction.
Alright, we're almost done. In 3 to 5 words, describe the play. Give you a tricky one again.
3 to 5 words.
3 to 5 words.
It's mischievous.
Okay.
It's hopeful. Just a lot of pining. Unserious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mischievous, pining, unserious, and hopeful. I like that. That's a good way to put it. Alright. For you, not your character, what is your favorite Shakespeare play and why?
Ooh. I have a soft spot for Midsummer Night's Dream.
Nice.
Just because that was one of the ones we did in high school. And the ones we usually do in high school are Romeo and Juliet, Hamlet, Othello, Macbeth, and they're all pretty like serious. And then everybody dies.
Yes.
But we did Midsummer Night's Dream, and it was just it's
fun.
Silly. It's fun. It's ridiculous. And I'm very partial to the comedy, the romances, where everything is all right in the end. There's shenaniganery that goes on.
Yeah.
So that one has like
special place in your heart.
Yeah.
Alright, and then for this last question, I need you to pick a category, and it's superheroes, books, or animals.
Animals.
Animals? Alright. Cats or dogs, and why? Or neither.
Ooh. I grew up with only dogs because my mother was allergic to cats.
Okay.
So we had dogs my whole life. But now I have a cat. She is the love of my life, and I will do anything for her. She is my baby.
Alright, so we're team cat.
At the moment, yes. Growing up, I would have said dogs with no hesitation, but my cat is so freaking precious to me.
Yeah, that's entirely fair. I understand that. Alright, well, thank you for the chat. That is all. And yeah, break away.
For your time.